am not a fan of when you're talking to someone and they have sunglasses on and you're not able to tell if they are looking at you or not. You're like, are you looking at me in the eyes, or like, where are you looking right now? So I apologize for having sunglasses on. For today's Sunday Snippet, I am eyes on the road, protecting, I said eyes on the road right as I looked at the camera, that's crazy. Eyes on the road, protecting my eyes, and right now I'm currently headed up to one of my best friend's bachelor party because he is getting married in August. Let's go. So it had me reflecting to 10 months ago, and then after that, so I guess 18 months ago, wedding planning with my now wife Abby, and just thinking about what it means to get married. And it'd be cool one day to have her in a video and just talk a little bit more about what we believe about marriage and what it represents and everything, because I believe it's a very profound thing. I don't believe it's for everybody, but for those of us who get to join into it, I believe it's a very serious thing. So today, I'm just going to be talking about how easy it can be to lean into lazy jokes. Before I got married, I was met with a lot of jokes like, oh, the old ball and chain, or I hope you enjoy having an opinion now because once you get married, that flies out the window. A lot of these jokes were typically by other older men, but there were also women that told me these jokes, and Abby was around for a couple of them when these things happened. So my point in this is, being married for 10 months, I am not bragging or writing a book or trying to gloat about some modicum of success. All I'm saying is, all I know is 10 months. And so I'm just going to lean into that, and I'm going to trust God and submit to Him in all things. And so when it comes to these jokes or these things that happen, whenever people would say that to me, I would just awkwardly laugh, because it's almost that same office mentality, like, oh my gosh, thank God it's Friday, or what else do they say? Oh, you believe the weather outside right now? Or, oh, the Monday scaries, right? Like, these are things that people just say. I would typically laugh, but then near the end of my engagement, I would start to ask people, how long have you been married? They would say 15 years, 20 years, 30 years. And I would say, okay, well, you've been married for X amount of years, and that's all the advice you have for me? I'd say it in a joking way, but just to kind of stop people for a second, to make people think critically about, why do I joke about that all the time? My mom is very careful about all the words that she says, and I believe that she'd get that from scripture and just being reminded that we're held accountable for all the words that we say, so we have to just be careful about it. My mom would call our family not to, me and my siblings, never to say, you hate each other, to think about how careful we can be with our words. And so I view it the same way when I'm talking about my spouse, when I'm talking about my family, when I'm talking about my friends. I am critically thinking about, what does it mean to use my words carefully, to choose my words carefully. And behind my wife's back, I want to be so positive and unwaveringly supportive about the person that I chose to be with for the rest of my life. Abby, if you're watching, I love you. I think that's it, honestly. Nice and short. Just be careful with your words and don't fall into the laziness of the 9 to 5 jokey jokester, non-funny, non-original stuff. Think critically, drink water, go do something creative. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'll catch you next week.